Hi, I'm Robert Bierman, and this is the Team2 Final Project Demo. So our application is a desk assignment application. It's used to organize employee desk assignments in a large organization. Our team members are Kendra Neal, Robert Bierman, that's me, and Hugh Fung. So for this application, we decided to use a Windows WAMP stack that we got from Bitnami. So our platform is using an Apache web server, MySQL, RDBMS, and PHP for the code. The Bitnami WAMP stack includes PHP MyAdmin, where you can run your SQL queries and so forth. I prefer to use MySQL Workbench, so that's what I'll be working in this demo. But you can use PHP MyAdmin equally well. Basically, this demo will be assuming that you're using something along the lines of Bitnami's WAMP stack, and this demo is specific to Windows. There are configuration files in the zip file that are specifically geared toward the WAMP stack. But if you have a preferred AMP stack of some sort that you're more comfortable with, by all means you can use that. The code should all work well, but you'll be on your own for configuration as far as making sure that your server is configured to point to the correct file locations and so forth, and getting those files into the proper directory. There are other options, plenty of other options, but this demo will be using Bitnami WAMP. Okay, so let's dive in. So here we've got our zip archive with all of our files here, all of our deliverables. So we're going to extract that, and I'm just going to extract that straight to my desktop. I'll go ahead and say yes to merging, and yes to all this stuff. Apparently it already exists. So we'll merge, yes. All right, so here we have the contents. So this directory, the SER322 desk assignment app directory, contains all of our code, as well as the README file, the PDF file with updated ER diagrams and so forth. And here in the SQL directory, we've got our DDL script for initializing and populating the database for the app, and the queries.sql file has the bare bones queries that are all included in the app for your review. In the PHP file, that's where our code sits. The index.html file is the home page for the app. That's where you'll run all the queries from. Search database is the .php is the file that your searches redirect to. That's where the queries are actually run from and the results are printed out. And then we've also got a simple CSS file for styling in the website. And then importantly, here are in this the configuration directory, we've got two files that will probably need to be updated by you manually if you're using this particular type of stack. So I'll go ahead and open up the httpd-prefix file. So the C Bitnami WAMP stack 5.6.3-30-3, that is what I'll refer to as the Bitnami home directory. So if you've installed an AMP stack of some sort, pre-configured AMP stack of some sort, it'll have a home directory. This is where I happen to have this Bitnami WAMP stack installed. So in these configuration files, you'll need to update these paths to reflect your actual AMP stack home installation directory, leaving everything after that, the apps SER322 desk assignment app PHP, leaving that as it is. Same for each row in this file. So then we'll go open this other one, show you that there's also a path that similarly needs to be updated to reflect your environment, changing that home path. And then also on the server level, on a little bit deeper level, there we will also have another file to update, which I will show you in just a second. So what we're going to do at this point is copy that whole directory, the whole SER322 desk assignment app directory into our Bitnami installation. So here we are in the Bitnami home, the WAMP stack in the home directory, and we're going to copy that whole directory into the apps folder. Copy here, so everything is there. All right, and we can navigate there, see everything moved. And then the last step for configuration for the Apache server, we need to go into the Apache 2 directory, configuration directory under that, Bitnami, and open up the Bitnami apps prefix config file. And there's a line here at the bottom, include. This won't be in your installation out of the box, so this line actually needs to be added to this file. You may need to open it as an administrator on your system, but this line is documented in our README file. You'll need to copy this line into this file, and of course update your path to reflect your particular installation. All right. So given that we've got our configuration all set up, and we've got our files moved into all of the directory and everything. So we should be able to restart our Apache web server from our server manager. And every now and then it takes a couple times to get restarted. There we go. Now we're running. So we can see that the Apache server is up and running. The MySQL database server is running. So the next step is to initialize the database. So I'm going to go in here to MySQL Workbench. Like I said, you can use PHP MyAdmin as well. I just prefer MySQL Workbench. And we're going to go in here and actually go to the place where we just dragged everything. Go ahead into C drive, Bitnami, stack, apps, SER322. Of course, for the SQL files, you could also grab those from the extracted folder that you initially extracted, the zip file too. And we're going to open the DDL script and run it. You can see that everything is working just fine. So as that runs in the background, I'm going to point out something here. So first off, we're creating the schema. We're telling the MySQL Workbench to use SER322, this schema, for everything that follows. We're creating our tables, populating our tables. So we've got team that's populating, person that's being created and populated, location that's being created and populated. There's a desk assignment table that's being created and populated. And then finally, this is an important point, we're creating an actual user ID for our app with a specific password, and granting that user the standard CRUD permissions on the 4 tables that we have created. This user ID and this password are they're hard-coded in the search database .php file that has all our queries. So it's important that the user ID and password that we've created match what is in the search database.php. Okay, so now that we've got the database populated, we can head to our application. So we can just go to localhost, desk assignment. That should take us straight to our index.html with all of our queries. So here we are. So we've got example entries that you can use for each of the queries. So I'm just going to copy an employee ID into this first search box. So we've got where we can select an employee's current desk location. Paste that in there, hit desk search. That gives us their desk ID. we've got a select employee, select the employee that's currently assigned to a desk ID. And we'll do copy, not paste, copy, paste. Get person by desk ID. And we can see all the details of the person who's assigned to that desk ID. And then we've got a query for selecting team information by team name. Copy and paste that in there. And we can see the team ID, the size of the team, the cost center, the team parent, etc. And we can look up all the employees that are on a given team by team ID. So let's try team 6, search employees, get a table of all the employees on that team. And we can select a list of people and desk IDs by team name. I've got that copied and pasted. So we'll look up the inventory management team. So here are all the people, all the employee IDs, names, their levels, their desk IDs, and their team ID. And then there we have a query to look up people who are eligible to be moved from a desk to an office. Those employees have to be level 8 or have to be greater than level 8. So we just click on the button to find those folks, and we've got these 3 employees that are level 10, so they're eligible for a desk or for an office. And then we have a query to look up available desks where a desk is not currently assigned. So we can do a lookup. Here are all the desk IDs that are currently available and don't have anybody using them. And then finally, we have the ability to view the contents of the entire database. So if we hit View Database, we've got the contents of the person table, contents of the team table, the location table, and the desk assignment table. And we can go back home. And that is our application. We hope you enjoy it. Thank you.